In all fairness, there's kind of a health warning. I know because, yeah, I was like this. Maybe my controller drifted and did that. What was I gonna say? Maybe there's a health warning because it's like there's a lot of flashing lights. If you have epilepsy, you're gonna have to go into your settings and like, um, what's it called? Yeah. Oh, it was on the first one. Hee hee, my bad. You're gonna have to like go in and turn off the like. Also, things shake a lot, um, in Ace Attorney. So if you have any sort of epilepsy or anything like that, uh, and it might like damage your eyes, all of the flashing lights as well. So yeah, that was my bad. It was on the first one. I was like, wait, I played I played this game in 2000. I'm gonna say 11, the first game. And as you guys remember, you were in VC when they said that they're finally translating Ace Attorney Investigations 2. It took them something like 15 years to to localize this game. We just assumed we were never getting it because it's like a what's the word? It's like an offshoot, right? It's not like in the main series. So, yeah, yeah, I was like crashing out. I was like, I can't believe it. Literally 13 years, like a crazy person. But now we wait. Turnabout trigger. Look at that. It's a beautiful day. Oh, I just barely am out of the way, I think. Oh, you don't have a choice of doing pixelated because this game never came out for the DS, so sorry. You have no choice, Sencon. And now, sir, your audience awaits. For those not looking at the screen, I got you. I'll read it out loud. You guys, it's the president of Zhengfa! Honored friends and whoa, not fast. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved nation, thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. Whoa, they went a little fast. Ooh! Ooh. You have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Ah! Ooh, the people are scrambling. They're running. Call the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here right away. If anyone can solve this, he can. Ooh, Prosper's online. Oh my gosh! It's the goat. He's putting on his jacket. He's getting ready, honey. Oh, are we ready to solve a mystery? Looks left, looks right. It's March 25th at 2:46 p.m. Gourd Lake, spectator area. Oh, look at him walk. Oh, this diva. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. I love this diva. He's so diva! Mr. Edgeworth! That's Gumshoe. Best boy. For those in the know. Thank goodness you're here, sir! This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. How is the president, detective? We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. I hope he's all right. Then I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir! I love Gumshoe! Hey! I said hey! Yeah. Oh, gosh. I think I know who this is. Wait. No. Lotta Hart is not in this game. Oh, yeah. It's her. Okay. Who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't ya? Want to give me your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. Ooh, gagged you. Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me. Ooh, the reporter. She wants the tea, honey. Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of the case, in as much detail as you can give me. Oh, look at him. He's HD, honey. Well, the scene was right here at Gourd Lake, as you already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zhangfa. Dijun Wang. Okay, so Ace Attorney, for those who have never played Ace Attorney names usually have like puns in them. They're usually some sort of joke, like Dick Gumshoe. Like if you've never, like a gumshoe was a detective and a dick is slang for a detective, so his name is kind of detective. He's Detective Dick Gumshoe. So if I get a name and I'm like saying it a few times, it's because I'm trying to get what the joke is. D. Jun Wang. I don't know. It's been all over the news for days now. Newspaper clipping data jotted down in my organizer. That's the other thing, is that Phoenix has like a journal, but you know, Edgeworth, he's got an organizer. Thank you very much. It was raining until just before he landed. Luckily, it let up and he went on stage as planned. And then, smack dab in the middle of his speech, bang! A gun goes off and everyone runs for cover, terrified for their lives. Apparently. Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well? Sure was, right in the middle of my day off. That sucks. Gumshoe is really overworked. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. And then the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? The boss? Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away! He's the only man for the job! Something like that. I see. Oh, and they cordoned? Yeah, they cordoned off the perimeter, yeah. Oh, they cordoned the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know. So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere? Good. Now all you gotta do is find him in the middle of that crowd before they strike again. You're right. We don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. And search every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. This is our first clue. President was shot at, security was tight for President Wang's speech, but he was still shot at somehow. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe, how exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized? Well, sir, our offices were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions? Thank you. Look at us. We're running. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I can't run too far, I guess. Huh? Yeah, my bad. Whatever. I have to go look at him jog. Oh, here's one thing about his running. So I remember when Ace Attorney Investigations 1 came out. In Ace Attorney, you don't actually, like, you're mostly just moving around and it's first person and you're talking to people, right? You don't actually have sprites of people running around. So you don't actually see Phoenix have to, like, run places. But the way, obviously, they went about it with investigations... Oh my god, they keep yelling at me. Whatever. Obviously, it's in this third person, so you do get to see Edgeworth run. And one thing, they were very particular about... I know nobody cares, sorry. They were very particular about Edgeworth's, like, running cycle, because they said they wanted him to look like he was exerting effort and that he was, like, you know, actually running with purpose. But he wears a cravat. Like, he's a very elegant guy. So they're like, we want him to seem very cool and elegant, but also, like, he's exerting effort. So, they were very particular about the way in which he runs. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how his security detail was arranged during the speech? 2 of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This isn't our first rodeo. Anything suspicious in that crowd and we would have spotted it right away. I see. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Event security, the president's security detail was on the watch throughout for anything suspect. Good to know. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. We can't afford to leave any stone unturned. So that's how y'all go about it, huh? Sure is something, seeing the pros at work. Care to share a little about what happens to that information once you've got a hold of it? Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles! I asked you a question, dang it! What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections. Right, sir? Detective! You yell at him. Aw, don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say? And what next? Well, I guess you can say we connect the dots. Connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master. I can view what information I have with L, and then connect them with X. I should try it now. Just a quick press of L. Yeah, okay. Alright. This is the logic button. Okay, they're not explaining it for you. That's fine. So, logic, because this is something very specific to Edgeworth, that you don't have in other Ace Attorney games, because I guess Phoenix doesn't have logic. It's supposed to be what you take from that. But, yeah, basically in Ace Attorney Investigations, you get 2 pieces of information, and then you use the logic button to connect them. Edgeworth has a bit of a breakthrough, and then you get more information from connecting 2 pieces of information. President was shot at. Event security. Security was tight for President Wang's speech, but he was still shot at. Event security, the president's security detail was on the watch throughout for anything suspect. And that, of course, is of note, because if they were on the lookout for anything suspect, then how was it that nobody noticed someone with a gun, right? That's really weird. There you have it. Give me 1 second. Let's see. No. I thought it let me check, but I guess not. Let's see. Uh, sorry. I just want to check on something, but it's looking like it's not gonna let me. Add social links. I guess I'll do that later. Okay, ciao. Anyways, sorry to anyone who's watching, if there's anyone watching. I think it's after the hour, so most of you guys are probably scrimming, anyone who was watching. Let's see. Hello, Inky. Inky's still here. That's very sweet. Even so, I appreciate that you're like lurking. I was gonna check on like, oh, I wonder who's like in the, but it won't let me check for some reason. So, womp, hecking womp. Let's see. Sorry about that. Okay, actually, will it let me check? Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of people just kind of like maybe have it open at the side, which I appreciate. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Yeah, this is what I was saying, right? That's the point, is that they're like, we wouldn't notice anything suspicious. But it's like, okay, then a guy had a gun, bro. Like, completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. Assassination attempt. The president was targeted during his speech, a premeditated attack. That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh? Indeed. All we need to do is find the right clues, then make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we'll only wind up further from the truth. Oh, they're showing you that top left bar. They're saying, baby, because if you're out of that, then you get like a game over. So they're like, don't be connecting things just to try and connect things, because you will get punished if they're not connected. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Uh-huh. Begin the investigation. Let's get this investigation started. Time to examine anything that looks suspicious. To examine things, I simply need to walk up to them and press A. If I wish to speak with the detective, I should use X. And I'm going to, even though I don't have to right now because I love Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? Well, the rain stopped, and it was falling right up until the president got here. Even the mist is lifted, barely a cloud in the sky. You sound disappointed, Detective. I was supposed to be fishing, right here on this lake, in fact. And the big ones only come out when it's wet. But the park was sealed off for the president's visit. No regular use allowed. You know the rules. Nothing regular about reeling in a whopper, sir. This was this was gonna be special. I fear our ideas of special might be rather different. Irreconcilably so, in fact. Critical thinking skills go, T. This is what he thinks about a time like this. Let him fish. Detective Gumshoe, you remember how to properly conduct an investigation, don't you? This is a wild thing to say to a detective, but... I mean, Gumshoe can be a little bit... incompetent, but... You know... not this incompetent, like... Let him cook, leave him alone. Sure do! Sure I do, sir. First off, you gotta gather information. All the intel you can. Examine every nook and cranny. Talk to every single witness. Both of which I can do with A. And if you get the chance, ask him about the evidence. Which means diving into your organizer and presenting it to him. I can open my organizer with R. And present evidence with X. I've been with you a while, Mr. Edgeworth. I ought to know this stuff by now. Actually, can I check profiles? Oh, I don't have a profile for myself. I'm sorry, Dick Gumshoe was 32 here, bro? He's basically my age. Hello? Gumshoe? The day I'm older than Gumshoe. It's so Jover. He's been with Edgeworth since Edgeworth was like 18 or something. And I think Gumshoe himself was probably like 25. Yes, you ought to. Alright. No! Oh, was this a Steel Samurai balloon? Edgeworth loves the Steel Samurai. This has got to be very upsetting for him. For those of you who don't know, Steel Samurai is... See, this is why I say that people need to play the games in order. People love to just, like, pick up a game and they don't, like, super care. But there are references like this that I feel like you don't get that put so much flavor into the game. But the Steel Samurai... this originates in Game 1, Case 2, and I guess all you really need to know is that it is a children's show. And the hero of it is the Steel Samurai of Neo Old Tokyo, and despite the fact that Edgeworth comes off like a very refined man, he has a love for Steel Samurai. He really likes watching this children's show and takes Steel Samurai very seriously. So I think he might be a little bit upset to see that a Steel Samurai balloon has popped. I was as surprised as you, sir, but there's no mistaking it. It's the Steel Samurai! Da 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 da. Oh, that theme. Oh, we're dancing. Oh, we're jamming. The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. It's a popular TV show for kids, mind you. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone. Okay. Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon at a welcome party for a foreign president. It is a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? Uh-huh. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. We're looking. Oh, this is so funny because when you're playing on the DS, this whole thing would like turn blue, and then you would have to touch the touchscreen. So, anyways, it's the flag of Zhengfa. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir? You don't see it, detective? There's something unusual about this flag. Compare it with the one on the other side of the stage, if you will. Oh, that's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in the wind. It's immaculate. Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet, here we see quite a different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think? Right, of course, I give up. Come on, spill the beans. You can lead a horse to water. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with X. Take that! Look closely. Do you see the hole? Whoa, look at that! You're right, sir. And note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistaking it. A bullet hole? So you're saying a bullet went through this flag? Flag with bullet hole, located to the right of the stage, pierced by a bullet. All right. Breaks your heart, doesn't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen him? Witnesses says he popped right about when the gun went off, which would strongly suggest that a bullet struck the balloon. Looks like we got a case of cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands. This is sacrilege! I won't rest until the culprit has been apprehended. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin escape. He's mad because he popped the Steel Samurai balloon. I'm screaming. I love Miles Edgeworth. We won't, sir. You can count on it. He almost Killed a president, dude. Steel Samurai balloon started out floating to the right of the lakeside stage, but it has since been popped. I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. He says as though I didn't know we had to go into logic. Are they going to automatically put us in logic? No. Okay. It's the same bullet. President was targeted. Yes. There is a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Absolutely not, Gumshoe. Possibly even 3. The president was shot at as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Done. Alright, on with the Oh. Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figured something out, huh? Care to share? Who exactly is she? And why does she keep shouting at us? Rubbernecker, I guess? Seems pretty interested in the case. Come on! Give me something here! We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine. Let's see if she can tell us anything. There y'all are! Tabby Lloyd, at your service, Tabloid. Miss Tabloid. She says you can call me Tab. That's so funny. Tabby Lloyd, at your service. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but... Looking into the case. Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to... Well, can you tell me? What can you tell me? Any exclusive details you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them there ruffles? What does a feller like you buy a cravat like that? Where does a feller like you buy a cravat like that?
Hold it!
Will you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking the questions here. Dang. And here I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot. I beg your pardon? I can't just be handing out leads for free. That stuff's my livelihood. Aw, come on. Don't hold out on us. We gotta share sometimes. Me? Hold out on you? Well, if y'all are just gonna be like that, I'll be moving right on along. Goodbye. Wait. Wait for what exactly, huh? Huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. We're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves, I wouldn't be so sure. Oh, here comes the logic chess. Listen, Edgeworth is a refined man. He plays chess, folks. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? As you know, detective, I like to play a little chess. What does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but there are more effective than others. But some are more effective than others, my bad. Sorry, sir, but this is all going way over my head. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words. Let's lock in, chat. When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Time for logic chess. And it's timed like chess! I don't like that. Now, we must analyze the state of play.
Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. Not until you give me something in return.
My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken. But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also of the passing of time. And that said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated,
if you're fixing to ask me something, will you dang it well ask it already?
I may be able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. Oh, baby. I hope you like chess. Oh, they call it mind chess? Why don't you begin by telling me what it is that you do?
Sure. I could totally not do that. Think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut? That's my job.
Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about?
Shut up. I ain't no lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. I'm a law-abiding, everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise.
Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can tell me about, I imagine it must be very important work indeed.
Huh? Sure, I guess. Leastways, I will be one once I bag my first big scoop.
I see. It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct?
Dang! Sure. I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest cub on the beat.
That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. Thank you. With the opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? I know, where's the record of your run? At the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime?
Come on now, Ruffles, you ain't gotta give little old Tabby something first.
Absolutely not. Oh gosh.
Then I ain't giving you nothing neither. You think I'm a sucker? Think again. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something.
Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger.
I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Takes more than the sound of a little gunfire to faze me.
Oh, gunfire. You may be a pro, as you put it, but I'd say you're a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something.
Double dang. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report on the big speech. Wound up reporting on the shooting. And you won't get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles.
If she came to report on the event, she must have had a record of some kind. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. This is quite the clue as to where to take the conversation next. You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. That means I wasted unnecessary time with that line of questioning. My bad.
You got more questions. You gotta give me something first. That's the deal.
I am not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know.
Sorry, Ruffles. Can't help you.
Time to deploy my clue. Oh, no. Maybe I did do it right because I got the clue. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where is yours?
Of course I made a record. I told you, I'm a pro. Dang it, near wore my shoes out running around this one. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me.
I'm not just anyone, young lady. I am the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Don't you young lady me. You ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal.
I understand that your job is a difficult one.
You do? Well, ain't that sweet?
And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. Whoa, the mind games are crazy.
No, I'll go plenty far. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop.
Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape!
Ah! Dang it! You're messing with my big break! Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here. You got me, okay?
Checkmate. Oh, he ate that. Oh! Baby, he ate that. Yes! We all cheered. Edward's so cunty.
You're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary.
Never mind that. Now play us the tape. He don't gaff, baby. He don't gaff. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired.
Fine. You can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be chief number 2 and be mentor to a rising star, aka me.
Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent? That's a big responsibility, sir.
And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give his star pupil the exclusive, huh?
She's a difficult woman to refuse, and I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise. But the story's yours until the case is stalled.
And the job of chief number 2?
I think not.
You're no fun. But I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles.
Good. Then our first order of business is to listen to that tape. Honored friends and allies, I am here to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dodged my beloved nature are no more. The president's speech.
The president passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reporters of his decline in popularity by sheer force of will. That there's me! Can't beat a little live commentary to set the scene.
The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagarasu situation behind him. As well he should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these?
Oh, there was these 2 old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time.
I know their voices from somewhere.
Wait. The part where the gun goes off is right after this.
Work.
The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches a fever pitch.
The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. That's 2 gunshots.
What the?
That's Miss Lloyd's too. 2 gunshots. So 2 shots were fired.
Yep, and that tells us something?
Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, 1 hit the president, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order. Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter.
Take that!
I'm wrong?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Wrong. What? Oh, don't piss me off. What do you mean? Wait a second. I feel like I'm crazy. What was the question? 2 bullets were fired. We know that for a fact. If we draw a straight line along the path of each bullet, our 2 lines should converge on a single point, the point where our culprit was standing. Yes. It's like around here. I mean, like, I guess it could be like here-ish. Is that what they want? Are they mad that I picked here instead of like here?
Take that!
I feel like I'm crazy. Wait, what do we? Am I dumb? They're asking where the person could have shot from. 2 bullets. Yes. If we draw, our 2 lines should converge on a single point, the point where our culprit was standing. What am I not understanding? This gets shot, right? And this goes straight through these. Am I dumb? What do you mean? If you shoot a person, because it went through here, right? And this is a gunshot, so... What are they wanting me to pick? They don't agree with here, and they don't agree with, like, here. Where was the perpetrator standing? I would think, like, basically, like, here, low-key. Unless they want me to say, like, here? I don't know. Do they want me to say, like, here?
Take that!
Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory of one of our bullets. and places a shooting on the left-hand side of the spectator area.
You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area.
Roger that, sir. So you need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess.
I do, and what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating. So I'll need you to be quick about it.
Yes, sir. Chief! Hi, I'm talking to you, Chief.
I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd?
I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my forte. I'm the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'll prod, pummel, and push 'em wherever you like.
A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I am nobody's chief. Not yet, he will be chief prosecutor. Just not yet.
Whatever you say, Chief. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Your wish is my command.
I somehow doubt that. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you.
Miss Lloyd here cleared everyone out, just like that. You should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief that is, she sends him running twice as quick.
She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Yeah, you're literally rich.
Huh? You mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying your pretty little hair about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and alakazam. No more dirt.
That's really gross. On the outside, perhaps, but you still have something of a problem with the inside. We're ready to get back into the investigation whenever you are, sir. The crowd has trampled the entire area. We'll be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all. Look at us running elegantly, but surely we are exerting effort. Yes. All right.
You even got to pick through the trash yourself? A prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh?
Detective Gumshoe. I was just like, he's not doing shit himself. He's gonna ask like Gumshoe to do it. Like, be so serious.
Right away, sir.
The faithful detective scrabbles through. That's a weird way to put that.
The faithful detective scrabbles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished.
Let's see now. Come to Papa, little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo! A popsicle stick! Gotta love the jokes they put on these! Detective!
Sorry, sir.
Relevant evidence, relevant evidence.
Huh?
I think we got something. Good work, detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Blink, blink. Oh, we're examining a piece of evidence. By examining a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details.
We sure can. Just tell me which way you want it, sir.
We can rotate the items with R. If you want, I can move it closer or further away too. I can use that with L and R to move out. And when he spots something, just say the word. I can point out suspicious areas with the cursor and press A to inspect more closely. All right, let's see what we can discover. Ooh. Baby, these are schematics. This is a document of some kind. Let's see, let me read that for you. Lead Rook, second night. Less cover for our lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. Wait, no, not we know who might be in the audience. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan. It's a diagram of the president's security arrangements. Shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned. It even has people's names on it. Rook and Knight. So his bodyguards aren't natives of Zhengfa. I heard he uses some private security firm. Wait, sorry. That's, Lloyd. I hear he, just pretend it was Southern. But why not employ people from his own country?
I know why not. Y'all want to hear a little Tabby Lloyd exclusive?
You really know something?
Sure I do. I was over at their embassy not so long back sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the president's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head, including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force.
Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. Security plan data jotted down in my organizer. But what was it doing dumped there in that bag? You raise an interesting point. It's a document related to a matter of national security. It surely would be highly classified. Huh? Hey, there's something else in here. Oh. Looks left, looks right. Baby, that is a firearm. What? My. What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag! It's gotta belong to the... Yes, it could well have been disposed of by our would-be assassin. A revolver. It would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it in here amid all the chaos. Could this be the work of a professional? A professional? Assassin? That would explain the security plan, too. I think we need to take a very close look at our latest find. Alright. Oh. Oh, y'all are seeing the controller drift. This is a laser sight. It can be lined up with a target to make aiming a bit easier. If I press this here... Yep, definitely a red laser. Could the assassin have used a laser sight to target the president? Laser sight attached to the gun that was used in the attempt shines a red laser. Two spent bullets in the cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots heard on the recording. That proves it! This must be the weapon that was used! Revolver, found in trash can on the left side of the spectator area, fitted with a laser sight, 2 spent bullets. That bag was a real find, huh? Just goes to show, a bag in the hand is worth 2 in the trash. Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask of you if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and the gun to the forensics and see if they can find any prints. On it, sir! A good set of fingerprints would really help this investigation along. Got the results for you, sir! That was quick. You bet it was. Told the text it was ultra super high priority. But, they came up empty. And they checked everywhere? Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Good on you to wear gloves, I guess. You say you attended today's ceremony in order to gather materials for an article of some kind? You bet I did. That ain't the kind of thing that happens every day. And when did the ceremony begin? Right after the rain stopped. We got lucky. It was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, the president's plane touched right around 1:45. And the speech started at 2 on the nose. What about the shooting? Must have been maybe 20 after. So 20 minutes after the ceremony began? Yeah! Shots rang out, tearing through the air that only moments before had been alive with cheers. Then tragedy. The president dropped to the floor, felled by an unknown assassin's bullet. Assassin's bullet. It's 2:25 p.m. on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at Gord Lake. What was that all about? Sorry, just making some voice notes. Gotta get those ideas down the second they come into the old noggin, you know. Ain't every day you get to report on the assassination of a president after all. It's dramatic. It's emotional. It's got everything I need to write an article that puts the readers right there on the scene. And did the president really drop to the floor? Officers on the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight onto the presidential plane. Hey, y'all can't blame me for getting a little carried away now, can you? I better take any testimony she gives with a good-sized pinch of salt. Stop it! Calling me a reporter and all. It's kind of weird when somebody else says it. Still, Tabby Lloyd, reporter at large. Does kind of have a ring to it, don't you think? But you are a reporter, correct? Sure am. A reporter in training. What? Have you had any articles published? Fixing to look up my work, huh? Well, that might be tricky. And yet, you call yourself a reporter nonetheless. Well, I soon will be, won't I? This right here's a big old scoop. No mistake about it. And I got the whole thing on tape. Didn't miss a second. And it's all thanks to my trusty mic. And even my trustier tape machine. And my even trustier tape machine. I'm about to set the journalistic world on fire, just like my mentor before me. You know the Chief Rebels? My mentor? My inspiration? No, but you have mentioned her. Repeatedly. Did I? Can't rightfully say I remember. What kind of reporter forgets a thing like that? Well, it's just like the Chief always says. You gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can. And what kind of mentor says that? Oh, you should have heard her the day she gave me this here tape machine. You be sure to bag yourself the juiciest, sleaziest scoops you can now, you hear? Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire under even the faintest trace of smoke. Nah, I'm the kind of reporter who puffs on the fire till the smoke about chokes you. How's that any better? Let me check what's going on. Has since been popped. Here's the with the 2 gunshots. Let me see if there's any logic. I'm sure I've got a lot of premeditated attack. The president was targeted during his speech. It was a premeditated attack. Laser sight attached to the gun that was used in the attempt. Shines a red laser. Found in a trash can. Not easy to acquire in this country. Let's talk to this guy. Man, the lens is cracked. What am I gonna do? The circuit board's hanging out. The whole thing's spitting sparks. It's like a fireworks show in there. Probably not a good idea to touch it, I guess. Definitely not. Fireworks can be deadly. Right, sir? This isn't exactly rocket science, detective. The cameraman is clearly otherwise occupied. Perhaps I can talk to him later. Oh, it's Pain! Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth? You might be confused about that voice. If you've ever heard him say objection, you would know why. Ooh. Who is he again? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office. He's a prosecutor? That is insane that he doesn't know. For those of you who don't know, Winston Payne is the first prosecutor that you have to face in any given Ace Attorney regular game that isn't, you know, investigations or Dagyaktan. So he's kind of like the easy prosecutor, that they call him the Rookie Killer. What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? What indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself. His voice, I recognize it from the tape recording. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where is the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the corridor. So he had me summoned on short notice and then left before I even showed up? Rude. The television truck appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir. Then you just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, it felt kinda lonely. Did I do that? I think I might have. You came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the... I'm gonna... You came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes? I know you'd never forget about me, sir. Of course I wouldn't. Barring those 15 minutes, anyway. That's so... like, that's so bugged, bro. Let me see if there's anything I need to, Okay. A special report. The high-pitched gentleman is Pain, I feel like. No, let's leave here. There's still more to see, I suppose. Let me see if there's, like... Journalist, president of Zengfa. Hey, you never did pay me for this here vital evidence. All right, let's get some basics down first. Favorite food? Favorite drink?
It's gotta be tea. Mr. Edgeworth loves tea. Even has his own special blend at the office. Well now. So our prosecutor likes to put on airs and graces.
Airs and graces. And why is the detective answering on my behalf?
Who better, sir?
There's nothing I don't know about you, after all. I think that's true. I don't think there's anything Gumshoe doesn't know about Edgeworth.
Oh, ho! Is that so? Tell me more.
Don't you dare, detective! I feel like some part of me ships them. And that's all I'll really say about that. Like, a lot of people like Edgeworth and Phoenix. I am not one of those people, but I kind of like Edgeworth better with Gumshoe. But it's a little bit, firstly, Edgeworth is like kind of his boss in a way. So maybe that's like, oh, no, there's an imbalance. But it's kind of funny because like Gumshoe's like this big bear. And like Edgeworth is like younger and I think shorter. So it's like, oh, he's anyways. Bow bow bow.
The prosecutor delves into his pockets. After considerable fumbling, he reveals, sorry, you're gonna have to help me out here, Ruffles.
Ugh, never mind. Is a sight attached to the gun that was using the attempt shines a red laser. Not easy to acquire in this country. I don't feel like any of these. If it could be. So recently, what does it say? 50 yards to the Gordian Museum. 70 yards to the. Never mind. What's the matter, detective? Just read it, will you? 70 yards to the boathouse. Oh! Oh no! Gumshoe! I don't even know where I would see. See, this is why you need to play things. Say it with me. Play them in order. Because in the first game, there's some very... Firstly, we're on Gourd Lake, which is a location from the first game. That is very important to the overall plot of Ace Attorney. Yeah, this there's a lot of really intense drama that has happened in Edgeworth's life that happened on this lake, actually, by the boathouse. So that's why he was like, oh, let me not talk about that. And he's like, finish your sentence. And he's like, the boathouse? It feels like a million years since that whole sorry affair unfolded. Fond memories, detective. Yeah. Fond memories, sir. Fond memories, detective awarded! Those memories are not fond. Oh, that's the television truck. It's pretty fucking terrible, actually. I'd argue. I already talked. And I didn't have my glasses on, which was a mistake. I talked to her. Is there anything I can do here? No. And I can't go up here, can I? He's not gonna say anything of note. All these flashing lights and clicking cameras. Why do they need pictures of the crowds anyhow? Stupid noisy news hounds. Well, it is a rather newsworthy event, detective. Don't let them get to you.
But they're taking your picture, sir, and mine. I never signed away my image rights, and neither did you.
Wait there. I'll be right back. He ran off before I could stop him. Now he's looking for whoever photographed him and annoying everybody else in the process. Will he ever stop finding new ways to surprise me? See? Right! Why does nobody ship them? That's so cute. About my... Oh, he's just telling me how to, like, do things, I guess. Let's see if I can present it. Bum, 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 bum. Do I need to present something to anybody? Probably not. I don't understand what the logic is. An assassination attempt. Attached to the gun that was used shines a red laser. Premeditated attack. Not easy to acquire in this country. You know what I mean? I'll get in trouble if none of these have anything to do. Like, I don't think there's anything I can get from connecting any of these. These are literally on the same gun. I don't think that they mean anything to connect them together. Like, there's nothing logical attached to the gun that was used. Shines a red laser. Ooh. Shines a red laser, found in a trash can, not easy to acquire. Like, what logic is there to... Well, I think I've been going for about an hour. No, an hour 30. And apparently my sound isn't where it needs to be. So maybe I should just, like, end here, perhaps. And get my life together. And see if I can figure out the sound situation. Because this is like a natural lull in the game anyways. So I guess I'll do that. And I'll stream some other time, hopefully in the week or something. And yeah, maybe I'll just like start streaming from now. And it'll be cute and good. And for anyone who's watching, thank you for joining. And we'll pick... right back up where we've left off. So thanks for watching, and I'll try this again soon, hopefully. Ta-ta.